Good morning. So it's another sunny, warm day here in the UK. I'm Georgette, and what I'd like to do today is take you through the Pilates warm-up, which builds on our basic principles, which if you had missed that, it's in our previous videos. So do go ahead and have a look at the videos that were previously posted, because it's important you understand those principles before moving into your exercises. Right, so before we move on, we are using some props. So if you have a stability ball, go ahead and reach for that. A pillow works just as well, so grab a pillow, and also your block if you have one. If not, a stack of books can work just as well. So just take a minute to reach for those, and then we'll start. Okay, so just ensure you can see me clearly. Right, so let's just start with the breathing. So with the breathing, I'd like you to just sit with your knees bent, your feet flat, ankles slightly forward of your knees, and your spine in neutral. So again, neutral spine, as we know, is where you have a natural arch in the lower back. Try to avoid rounding the spine this way. You can sit on your block or stack of books, and you'll find straight away that encourages a more neutral spine, because it creates length through the lower back and through the hip joint. So do go ahead and sit on your block or stack of books if you have that nearby. Ankles slightly in front of the knees, hands just resting on the thighs. And we're breathing in through the nose to stay. So breathing in, lengthen through the top of the head. Exhale, begin to nod the chin. Relax the shoulders. Now contract the abdominals as you slide the fingers down to the ankles. Take your breath in to stay. As you breathe in, feel the back of the rib cage expand out to the side. Exhale and begin to roll up, stacking through the lower, the middle, the upper back. Shoulders down, lift the head. Again, deep breath in through the nose, lengthen through the top of the head. Exhale through the mouth as if you're blowing into a straw. Now the chin, relax the shoulders, contract the abdominals. I'm drawing my navel right through to my spine as I slide my fingers down to my ankles, rounding the back. Take a breath in to stay into the sides and the back of the rib cage. And exhale, begin to roll up, stacking through the lower, the middle, the upper back. Shoulders open and head comes up last. Again, deep breathing in. Exhale, nod, chin, relax shoulders, contract the abdominals, slide those fingers down to the ankles. And let's just stay there and take a few breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Stay where you are and keep breathing. As you breathe, focusing the breath into the sides and back of the rib cage, the deep lower lobes of the lungs where you're most powerful. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck. Deep breathing in, and exhale, begin to roll up, stacking through the lower, the middle, the upper back. Shoulders open, and head comes up last. So, lying on your back, move that block away, and let's lie back, hands by the side, ankles again slightly forward of the knees, knees in line with your hips, hip distance apart, hands by the side. Pelvic placement, rock and roll the pelvis forwards and backwards, find your neutral just in the middle. Take your breath in to stay. Exhale, engage your pelvic floor, your transverse abdominals like you're zipping up jeans. Gently roll that pubic bone up to the belly button as you imprint. The lower back is just lengthened into the mat. Hold the imprint, inhale, pick one leg up, tabletop. Still hold the imprint, exhale the second leg up to tabletop. Still hold the imprint, inhale one leg down. Exhale the second leg down. Inhale, release the spine to its neutral position, tailbone down, feel that natural arch in the lower back. Exhale, pelvic floor, transverse abdominals, obliques, activate the core as you imprint the pelvis. Inhale, pick one leg up. Exhale, pick the second leg up. Still holding the imprint. Inhale, one leg down. Exhale, the second leg down. And inhale, just release the spine to neutral, tailbone down, feel that little space in the lower back. Let's exhale to imprint the pelvis once more, holding the imprint. One leg up on the inhale, second leg up on the exhale. So with the pelvis in the imprint, with the legs in tabletop, let's just inhale and extend one leg away, lowering the leg only as low as you can hold the imprint. Exhale back to center. Other side, breathing in, extending the leg away. And exhale back to center. We'll do two more breathing in. So we're just drawing awareness to that imprinted pelvis. Avoid any arching sensations. Last one, inhale, and we're only lowering the legs as low as you can stabilize the pelvis. And exhale back to center. One leg down, inhale.
Second leg down, exhale, toe ball, heel, and then release the spine to neutral, tailbone down. Let's just go into a spinal rotation. So spinal rotation, turn to lie on your side. If you have your block or stack of books, just go ahead and place that underneath the head to keep the head in correct alignment. Place the hands so they're stacked one on top of the other. And as you side lie, feel for that little mouse hold. So we say little mouse hold so Jerry the mouse can get through. So shoulders, hips, and ankles are stacked all in one long line. Head resting on the block or books. Take your breath in, float the top hand up to the ceiling. You're following with the eyes. Exhale, float the hand behind you. Still follow with the eyes. Just allow the rib cage to open. Try to keep the knees together. Stay there, take a few breaths in and out. Breathing in and out. So we're breathing into the top side of the rib cage. Exhale, reach your fingers up to the ceiling. Follow with the eyes. Float the hand right back down to your very start, wrapping that rib cage around. Turn around to do the same on the other side. So shoulders, hips, and ankles all stacked into one long line. Take your breath in, float the top hand up to the ceiling. Exhale, float the hand behind you, follow with the eyes. Stay where you are, take a few breaths in and out. Breathing in and out. So I'm breathing into the top side of my rib cage. Inhale. Exhale, reach your fingers up to the ceiling, follow the eyes, float the hand right back down. Transition to hands and knees. So on the hands and knees, shoulders over the wrists, knees underneath the hips. Spine is in neutral, so again, rock and roll the pelvis and find neutral just in the middle. So you should be able to put a cup of tea just here. Your head stays in line with the shoulders. Breathing in to stay. Exhale, roll that tailbone between the legs. So lead with the tailbone. Then it's the lower back. Then it's the middle back. Then it's the upper back. Feel the shoulder blades separate and protract before you drop the head. Take a breath in to stay. On the exhale, we open the sit bones. Then it's the lower back, middle back, upper back. Feel the shoulders fall in place and lift your head again, breathing in. Exhale, lead with the tail. Roll the tail between the legs. Scooping the abdominals under and up, all the way up through to your back. Feel the shoulders separate. Drop the head. Take your breath in. Exhale, open the sit bones. Then it's the lower back, middle back, up back, shoulders fall in place and lift your head again, breathing in. Exhale, so we contract the glutes first, and then the hamstrings will contract as you round that tailbone between the legs, lower, middle, up back, scooping the abdominals under and up, all the way up through to your back, shoulder blades separate, drop the head, inhale. Exhale, now open the sit bones, lengthening out the glutes, the hamstrings, the lower back, the middle back, the upper back, shoulders fall in place before you lift your head on the inhale. Turn to lie on your back. Let's go into our hip rolls. So position the heels so they're slightly closer to your sit bones. So walk the feet in slightly closer to the sit bones. If you have your pillow or bowl, place that just between the inner thighs and place the hands by the side. Ensure your shoulders are away from the air so there's no tension in the neck. Take your breath in, spine is neutral. Exhale, gently press the ball or pillow imprint. Hold the imprint there. Now fire the glutes first as you pick up the tailbone off the mat. Then hamstrings will fire as you pick up the lower back. Then it's the middle back. Then it's the upper back. Until you're resting on the shoulder blades, but not on the neck. Think of driving that pubic bone all the way up to the belly button. Take your breath in to stay. Exhale, begin to melt through from the rib cage. Then it's the middle back, bone by bone by bone. Imprinting onto that mat, lower back. Then you release the sacrum, the coccyx, tailbone down, release the spine to its neutral, breathing in, release the pillow or bowl. Exhale, gently press, activate the inner thighs. Imprint the pelvis. Feel the obliques first. Now pick up just the tailbone. Then the lower back. Then the middle, then the upper. Until you're resting on the shoulder blades, driving the pubic bone up, up, up to the belly button. Think of sending those knees on the ankles. Feel the sit bones come together. Take your breath in to stay. Exhale, ready to melt through from the rib cage. One vertebra at a time. Think of that bicycle chain. Then the middle back. Then the lower back. Then the sacrum. Then the coccyx. Tailbone down. Release the pillow. Find your neutral. Breathing in. Exhale, gently press that ball or pillow. Imprint the pelvis. Pick up just the tail. So you fire your glutes first, and then hamstrings as you pick up the lower back, the middle back. Very important you fire the glutes before the hamstrings to avoid any cramping in the legs. You're driving the pubic bone right up to the belly button. Feel the stretch through the front of the hips. Take your breath in to stay. Exhale, we're ready to melt through from that rib cage. It's like you're rolling down against a thin sheet of ice. One vertebra at a time. Watch you're not missing any chunks of the spine, especially as you roll through that lumbar spine, through that lower back. One vertebra at a time, imprinting onto the mat before you then release the spine to its neutral, tailbone down, inhale. Place the ball to the side. Let's go into our hip release. Now, you can place your head on a small pillow to avoid any tipping back of the head. So if you have a small pillow nearby, then go ahead and use that if you find there's tension in the neck, okay? So with your hip release, your spine is neutral, and we're just going to drop the leg to the side. Drop one leg to the side. Keep the other leg completely stable. So it's a release of the leg in the hip. And then exhale, slide that leg along the mat. So you're rotating that leg, sliding that leg away, lengthening the leg out of the hip. Then you turn the leg in, so rotate medially and pull back to center. Again, use the inhale to release the leg. Try to keep the hips facing the ceiling. So watch there's no shifting of the hips. Exhale, slide the leg away. Rotate medially and pull right back into center. We'll do two more. Use the inhale to drop the leg to the side. So it's just to release. Go with your range of motion. Exhale, slide the leg away. Rotate inward and pull right back into center. We'll do one more. Inhale, release the leg. Only as far as your body allows. No shifting of the pelvis. Exhale, slide, rotate, and then pull right back into center. Let's do the other leg. Use the inhale. So I'm just releasing the leg in the hip. Drop the leg to the side. Exhale, slide. I have my fingers on my hip bones because I want to ensure my hips stay completely level and square, and there's no hiking up of one side over the other. Let's do three more. Use the inhale. Also, thing to be aware of, your spine should be neutral, so avoid the imprint at this point. Let's do two more. Breathing in, release. Exhale, slide the leg away. So your hip release is a great way to really mobilize that leg in that hip socket to get all that synovial fluid flowing inside the acetabulum, inside the hip joint. And pull the leg right back into center, maintaining a neutral spine. Let's just mobilize the shoulders. Reach fingers up to the ceiling. Take your breath in, and we're protracting. Reach fingers to the ceiling, shoulder blades separate. Exhale, slide those shoulder blades together, feel them retract. Inhale, reaching, and exhale, sliding shoulder blades together, feel them pinch each other behind you. Again, breathing in for nose, reach fingers to the ceiling. Exhale, slide those shoulder blades together, feel them retract. And then find your neutral in the middle. Place the hands by the side. Let's just slide the shoulders up to the ears. Inhale. Exhale, slide them down and away. So we're elevating and depressing those shoulders. Breathing in and exhale, slide them down. We'll do one more. Inhale, slide those shoulders up and exhale, slide them down and away. And then find your neutral, which is in the middle. Let's bring awareness to the head and cervical spine. Take your breath in to nod the chin. Exhale, look up to the ceiling. Again, inhale, just gently nodding that chin. And exhale, looking up to the ceiling. We'll do one more. Inhale, it's just a lengthening of the back of the neck, but don't lift the head off the mat. Exhale to look up to the ceiling. Now we're ready to progress to our ab prep. If you have your ball or pillow, you can place that just between the inner thighs. And this is just like you're doing a sit-up. Take your breath in, start by nodding that chin, but don't lift the head. Now exhale, gently press the ball or pillow, lift your head and shoulders, hands up shoulder height. Maintain a neutral spine, so you should still have that little arch here. Avoid the imprint at this point. Take your breath in and exhale, release and down. Again, breathing in to nod the chin. Exhale, gently press and lift. Maintain neutral. You're reaching the fingers towards the ankles. Take your breath in and exhale, release and down. We'll do two more. Inhale to nod chin. Exhale, gently press and lift. Fingers to ankles. Breathing into stay. Exhale, release and down. We'll do one more. Inhale, gently nodding that chin. Exhale, gently pressing the ball. Don't overpress the ball or the pillow. Just a gentle press to feel the inner thighs. Take your breath in and exhale, release to lower down. So moving on to breaststroke. Place that ball or pillow to the side. Stretch one arm out and the leg. And just turn around to face belly down. So with your breaststroke extensions, now we work the muscles on the back of the body. Bending the elbows so fingers are slightly in front of the shoulders. Your legs are still a hip distance apart. Forehead resting on the mat. So forehead is down. And as you lie belly down, create that space. So pull the pit of the belly away from the mat to create a space between the belly and the mat. Wrap the tail between the legs. So you should have that little space there. Fingers in front of the shoulders, forehead is down. On the inhale, imagine you're rolling a marble along the nape of the neck. So roll the marble to lift the head. So the eye line follows just to the edge of the mat. Then I'm exhaling to press into my forearms. I feel my shoulders sliding down away from the ears as I peel the front of the rib cage off the mat. You should feel that bottom rib resting on the mat. Be careful you don't overextend the spine because we don't want to put any pressure on the lower back. The lower back stays in neutral. Take your breath in to stay and exhale, lengthening down. Again, breathing in. It's like you're brushing your nose along the mat. Brush the nose, follow with the eyes towards the end of the mat. Exhale, press into the forearms. Feel those shoulders falling down away from the ears. Feel that bottom rib on the mat. Take your breath in and exhale, lowering down. We'll do 2 more. Inhale for the nose, lead with the head first. Just the head comes up. Exhale, press into the forearms. Slide the shoulders down. Bottom rib stays on the mat. Take your breath in. Exhale, lengthening down. Chest, shoulders, and forehead down. Again, inhale, lead with the head, brush the nose. Exhale, press into the forearms. Feel that bottom rib on the mat. Take a breath in to stay. And exhale, lower down. That's your breaststroke 1. Breaststroke 2, place the hands by the side. Just allow the shoulders to round forward. So shoulder blades are protracted. On the inhale, roll the shoulders back in the socket so the palms rotate in to face your hips. Then on the exhale, it's a hover. So I'm coming up into a long hover. Just a couple of inches off the mat. I'm still looking down. Be careful you don't overextend on this one. It's just one long line from the tip of the head to the tailbone. Take your breath in to stay. And exhale, lower down and roll the shoulders forward. So palms are up. Inhale, roll the shoulders back so your palms are in. Exhale, reach the fingers to the ankles. One long hover. Think of coming up long. Take your breath in to stay. Exhale and lengthen down. Roll the shoulders forward. Palms are up. Let's do one more. Inhale, roll the shoulders back in the socket. Palms are in. Exhale to hover the mat. Fingers to the ankles. One long line. Take your breath in to stay. And exhale, lengthen down and roll the shoulders forward. Next one is your breaststroke 3. Place your hands so they're one on top of the other. Place your forehead on your hands. Take your breath in to stay. Now on the exhale, I'm lifting my hands and forehead off the mat. So I contract my upper middle back muscles to lift the hands and the forehead. Try to keep the feet on the mat. Watch your feet aren't lifting off, okay? Feet stay on the mat. Take your breath in to stay. And exhale down. Again, breathing in. Exhale, contract the upper middle back, lift the hands and forehead. Feet stay on the mat. Take your breath in and exhale down. Let's do one more. Deep breath in. Exhale, contract the upper middle back and lift. Hands and forehead. Feet stay on the mat. Take your breath in to stay. And exhale to lengthen down. Place your hands on the mat by your side. Push back onto your knees. And let's just sit back against the heels. So sit bones to heels. If you have your bowl or pillow, you can place that just between the rib cage and the thighs and just round the spine over that bowl or pillow. Place the hands by your side. Just allow the shoulders to round forward. Drop the head like a shell. Stay there. Take a few breaths in and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. So let's just sit nice and tall, crossing those legs, hands by the side, give those shoulders a roll back and a little roll forward. So that's it for today. I really just wanted to take you through the warm-up and those essential exercises. I hope it was helpful. You worked the muscles on the front of the body with your ab prep. You worked the muscles on the back of the body with your breaststroke extensions. I'll see you next time when we go through some rotations and some lateral flexions to work muscles on the side of the body. So whatever you're doing, be safe, stay well, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.